Absolute Radio is where you can hear Prince, Mumford and Sons,
I will wait for you,
and The Killers.
Can you read my mind?
Absolute Radio,
where real music matters.
Absolute Radio is the home of rock and roll football. Barclays Premier League football commentary every Saturday afternoon.
Not to put too fine a point on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. While you're at it, keep the nightlight on inside the birdhouse in your soul. Not to put too fine a point on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul.
Who the hell was Ben Jones?
Hello, dear. Oh, there's the right fader. But back in the original studio, for those who are vaguely interested, I know that's about, none of you, but they've kind of swapped things around. So where I'm used to having the phones on my left-hand side, now I've got my hardcore internet pornography. And where I'm used to having my hardcore internet pornography on my right-hand side, now I've got the phones. I don't know whether I'm Arthur or indeed Martha. Iain Lee, Absolute Radio. Eloise is trying to sort out whether her flat still exists and whether she's going to be going home to it tonight. There could be a chance she'll be sleeping in my spare room. Little does she know, I also sleep in my spare room. We have an action-packed show this evening. We have the great Tim Key will be on the phone live from the Edinburgh Festival. The great Louis Dryburgh, a.k.a. At the South Pole, will be on the telephone live from the Edinburgh Festival. And news. But more importantly than anything that's happening in this crazy world, now, I've been saying it for quite a while, haven't I? The world is melting. The world is melting. Not only is there all this nonsense going on in London and around the country, more importantly to me, the Monkees are split up again. Oh, man. Well, there are rumours floating around on the internet, and I won't fuel those fires by saying what those rumours are, because some of them are quite harsh. Well, I'll tell you what some of them are, shall I? Basically, they've cancelled the rest of their 45th anniversary tour. And there are rumours, A, that the band have fallen out, again. They famously don't get on very well. B, that there is a problem with the management. And C, I don't want to say, because it involves one of them personally, and I don't want to get involved until, if it's true, it's very sad, and if, so I don't want to get involved with that. But I'm going to play a Monkey song later tonight, because I'm genuinely gutted. They haven't filmed one they didn't film a concert for a DVD! I've been obsessing about the Monkees all evening. I've had one of those days, right? I've achieved nothing. I've been wallowing in self-loathing and depression all day. My wife and my boy stayed away last night, and because I was doing Set the Agenda. And by the way, thank you to everyone who came. More on that later on, but a resounding success. And they were going to come back today, and they didn't, and they've stayed away tonight. So I've had the whole house to myself. Huge list of things to do, including clearing out the attic, transferring all of my music from my iPod onto a hard drive, writing a book, loads of stuff, right? And done none of it. Suddenly it was 1:15 and Diagnosis Murder was on, and I thought, I can't miss that. I'm riding the fader like they do on BBC London on the weekend morning shows. I've just caught myself doing it. I'm like a proper DJ. And at 11, we'll find out what's happening in your area. So I did nothing, and then I had a doze, and all I've eaten today are 4 slices of toast, 2 of which had grated cheese on, and 2 big bowls of Greek yoghurt with honey. That is all I've eaten. Oh, and about 8 biscuits when I came in. Custard creams. We'll be interviewing the cast of We Will Rock You at 25 minutes to 12. At midnight, we'll be picking the recipe of the week. We don't know that stuff. So anyway, I was in the weekend. I was nearly knocked down on a zebra crossing, and for our American friends, that's a zebra crossing. Let's not mention zebras too much, but you get the idea. By some idiot driving a big red car, right? And he was coming, I could see he was coming. He was coming quite fast, but he was far enough away that I took the initiative to step onto the zebra crossing. I took the initiative. I am sensible because not only am I a pedestrian, I'm also a driver. So I know how long he had to brake, and I knew that he could do it. So I stepped out. He didn't stop. Suddenly, I'm in the middle of the zebra crossing. He's coming straight towards me. His car goes over the zebra crossing and stops literally, and this is not an exaggeration, although it may be slightly, literally 5 inches away from me. It was scary and close enough for his blonde bit in the car to I'm saying literally a lot. I think I've forgotten how to do radio. I genuinely think I've forgotten how to do radio. Put her hands over her face and pull a horrified look of panic, and I think she may have screamed a little bit. I walked on, turned around, said, sort of shrugged my shoulders, went, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Anyway, he did it. He had an accent. I think it may have been South African or American, or it was foreign. All right, and I'll have a go at doing the foreign accent. But he said, "Yeah, you goddamn mother." He called me an MF, right? He called me an MF. Goddamn MF, what are you doing? I was completely in the right at this point. And all I could do, I was so shocked that he was having a go at me when I was the one that had nearly died, that I turned round and went, "Oh, up yours, you dickhead." Now, in terms of comebacks, it wasn't Oscar Wilde. It certainly wasn't Noel Coward. But I walked away feeling very, very proud of myself, that in the face of his brash American insult, I had responded in a calm, collected manner using an English insult. So tonight, dear listener, let's bring back English insults. Thank you very much. That's what we're doing. You can make a hashtag out of that, and we can tweet this. Now, don't phone up and swear. We don't want swears. We want good old-fashioned English insults. You Wally. There's one. You can have that one for free. Tonight, we are bringing back English insults. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call as we bring back the English insult. This is for anyone who came to see Set the Agenda on Sunday night. I think me and James did a pretty good rendition of this. And I have to say that the fellatio that took part was mimed. It was mimed. It was not in any way real. Although I did feel good. The Knack and my Shrona. It would turn out, Eloise, I've forgotten how to do radio shows. I don't think I can do it anymore. Something over the weekend has happened, and I've become slick. I don't want to be slick. Ugh. This is the noise I make when I'm trying to have a poo. We'll see how slick I am later on in the show when I have to back count to the news. We'll give that a go, shall we? 0330 123 1215, Iain Lee, Absolute Radio. Through there is Eloise. Good evening, Eloise.
Hello.
I've forgotten how to do radio.
It's all right, you'll remember.
Are you sure? Well, I want to... Well, maybe I've remembered how to do radio and I want to forget, because the first 17 minutes have been bloody slick. Bloody slick. I've been riding the fader, I've been teasing stuff, I've been throwing forward.
Have you really?
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
But is this... I tell you what, I know what I need to do, and I know why this has happened. You know, I'm tentatively trying to write a book about working in radio. Tentatively. Yeah. I've got nearly 3,000 words now.
Listen to old stuff.
Well, no, I've not listened to it, but I found the box in the attic that's got all the old cassettes in, okay? And I knew some of the stuff that's going to be in there. I knew there'd be some old... I knew there'd be... Well, someone gave me all of my LBC shows, all of them, so I've got those on CD now.
Yeah.
But in this box, I knew there'd be a couple of XFM shows, but I found loads of XFM shows. I found a show that I did for 4 weeks on Radio 6 with me and Alex Lowe, where I faked up... I pretended that we'd worked together as a double act, and all I did was record some stuff I'd done and some stuff he'd done and cut it together, so it sounded like we were... I lied to get the job. They never asked us back. But then I also found my first ever show I did on my own, Christmas 1997, Horizon 103.3 FM in Milton Keynes. I've got the tape, and I'm just thinking, I don't think I can listen to it.
No, yeah, that'd be hilarious. Do it.
I'll tell you what I'll do, because I don't... should I copy some of it off onto MP3 and bring it in and play some of it on here? Should I do that? And I won't listen to it, so I'll just pick a few bits and bring it in and we can listen to it. I was 24 at the time.
That's good.
It's quite scary. I don't think I can listen to it on my own in my bedroom, though. That would make me want to cry. But if
Definitely
I do it...
bring it in.
Okay, tomorrow. Or maybe next week. Tomorrow I'll do it. I'm scared now.
Well, tomorrow's the bootleg show, so it might be appropriate.
Oh, we've got a guy from PRS coming in.
Yeah.
And we have a bootlegger. Let's call him Dave.
Yeah.
Mainly that's because it's his real name. He got in touch with me and I said, well, do you want to go under a pseudonym? He said, I'm called Dave. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't get any vaguer than that. We'll be discussing bootlegs. So yes, maybe I will bring it in tomorrow. It was brilliant. It was Christmas. I'd been working there for 3 months as the Black Thunder guy on the breakfast show. And Christmas Day, I had to do a 4-hour show. I'd had no training whatsoever in the studio. Christmas Day. And Paul Kenton, the programme controller, went, OK, and that's your fader for the news, that's your fader for your song, and that's your fader for your adverts. Someone will be in at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to take over. Have a great Christmas, bye. And they're going... It was... I can imagine it was awful. I tried to do a prank phone call as well. Yeah, I tried to do a prank phone call. Oh, I bet it was... I'm embarrassed.
I can't wait to hear it.
We'll bring it in. I'll bring it in tomorrow and we should play that.
You know what you were talking about,
Yes.
about the crossing the road thing?
Oh, yeah.
At the weekend, I got pushed by a granny.
Oh, yes, I heard about this.
But I had a terrible comeback. It was probably very British now.
Was it swears?
No.
OK, so she pushed you over because you were queuing at a bus stop.
No, there was no queue.
Ooh.
It was a bus stop where there's about 11 buses.
Yeah.
And there was people sat down, and then there was just me standing up and another guy.
Yeah.
And the other guy got on, then I got on, because just no clue that there was any sort of
You know
queue.
what I'm like about getting on buses, though, but...
If I'd have known of
Yeah.
some sort of order, but I didn't.
No, okay.
Because there was just people sat down and...
Did you wander up while they were sat down?
Well,
They were sat down and you wandered up?
So there was one bus already at the bus stop, and
Yeah.
then a second bus pulled up, and then a third bus pulled up and opened its doors. So I walked to the third bus.
OK, can I just ask you... I'm going to ask you the question again. Were the people sat down and then you wandered up?
There was 4 people sat down,
so there was
and
a
I
queue.
was standing by the bus stop.
So there was a queue. OK, but carry on.
So this guy got on, and then I got on, and as I got on, this lady ran up to me and barged me with her elbow. I hit the door so hard and sort of tripped over. Oh no! And
did you go down?
Pardon?
Did you go down?
No, almost.
Okay.
So I stumbled on my foot.
Yeah.
And then she was just started going, "You're so rude. There's a queue here."
Wow.
And I was saying, I didn't realise there was a queue. And I said, "What's rude is that you've pushed me."
Yeah.
And because I believe that I had made an innocent mistake.
Yeah, I'm kind of on her side so far, but OK.
What? But she knew she was being a bully and pushed me.
Who was there first, her or you?
Absolutely no idea.
Well, Eloise, there. Come on.
All she needed to say was, sorry, I was in first. Oh, sorry, you go on first then.
I don't agree with physical violence. That applies to bus queues and that applies to what's going on this evening.
No, she dealt with it wrong. She was out of order. You don't push someone to get what you want.
You don't push in a queue. You've heard me say this before. You know my allegiance.
I didn't push in a queue. There was no queue. She wasn't queuing. She was sat
there.
with a group of collective people.
She was there before
Only one
you.
person of that queue
You
of 4,
turned
if there
up.
was any sort
The
of
bus
queue,
turned
got on
up.
it. So there wasn't a
You
queue.
got on, and she had been there before. I know. I mean, she was in the right, but I know how we can sort this out. What they need at bus stops, it's like when you queue up at the meat counter in Sainsbury's, you pull a little ticket, so you've got a number.
No,
So
just need separate queues for separate buses. That way I know who's in the queue for what. She could have been up for the number 25, the number 8, the number 11, the C2.
It was her.
How do I know what queue she's in?
Listen, I'm trying to be like Kofi Annan, who I once saw at an airport, and I'm trying to mediate.
You're not
okay?
mediating very well. You're mediating in favour of someone who was in the wrong.
She should not have pushed you, but...
Violently.
She should not push you violently. because that's what you said.
I didn't.
You suddenly had a country twang about you.
I didn't.
Podcast listener, rewind it back and let me know. She was in the wrong for pushing you violently, but you should not. You should have respected the queue. You should have known.
I didn't. There wasn't a bloody queue. Anyways, I told her, chill out, old lady, and I went upstairs. Because I couldn't think of anything better to
Chill out is a hideous Americanism.
I know, I didn't mean to say it.
OK, listen, we're going to find some lovely English insults that you could have said to that old lady who was every right to barge past you. We shall do that in a minute. 0330 123 1215.
Absolute Radio is our name.
Absolute Radio. Every morning this week.
I'm in no way ready to play the next record. I do apologise. I was trying to find out what's going on with the Monkeys tour on the internet. Hang on a second. There's me saying I'm being all professional and stuff. And hang on. Stay with me. It's yes, we want that. We don't want that one. Yes, we'll have this young man here. We play this. There we go. No one will know.
Iain
No
Lee
one will
on
know.
Absolute Radio.
I don't think anybody noticed anything. There's quite a few English insults coming through on Twitter. We'll get to those a bit later on. The hashtag is English insults. Let's go to John in Hull. Good evening, John.
Good evening.
John, what can I do for you?
I basically called to speak to you about the zebra crossing incident.
Oh, yeah, go on.
And the fact that you forgot how to do radio. Do you not think it's because you had like a near-death experience?
Oh, you could be
that you
onto
just
something.
Forgot quite a bit.
Yeah, you could be onto something there, John. It could have... It's kind of scared me, and I've forgotten everything.
Jogged your memory and like reset it all.
How do we do that now? If we were a computer, we just hold down the off button until it reset, or if I was a phone, you put a little pin in a hole and it would reset.
Yeah.
What do I do with my brain?
A full bottle of Jack's.
It's one way around the system, but as I'm coming up to nearly 7 years not drinking, it probably wouldn't be a good idea.
I don't know then. I really don't know.
John,
but,
yes.
Yeah, given half the chance, I'd have done the same thing.
Yes, exactly the same thing. Now, what does he mean there? The same thing? He would have stopped crossing the road, or he would have been driving the car? I'm not sure. I'm going to try line one, shall we? Line one, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian.
Hey, is that Cosmic Malcolm?
Yeah.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Okay. I wanted to like those who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Okay.
I mean, with all the young people at the moment.
Well, let's not worry about those tonight, shall we? Let's try and take our minds off of that, shall we?
I just feel that it's all been spoken the wrong way.
Well, here's an idea. Why don't we not speak about it for 2 hours? How's about that?
Well, that's also a good idea.
Well,
But
let's do that.
Yeah,
Because
but
it's
why-
everywhere. It's everywhere. It's on 5 Live. It's on LBC. It's on Talk. You want to listen to that? Go and listen to those.
Yeah, but
Why don't we?
They're all talking the wrong thing, Ian.
Well, but
I'm
Cosmic,
sorry, man. I know
Cosmic
exactly
Malcolm.
what you're saying.
No,
though.
but you don't know what I'm saying because you are ignoring. It's not a suggestion. It's an instruction.
Right.
So if they're all saying the wrong things, why not go and talk to them?
Well,
And tell them they're
just gonna
saying the
give
wrong
me
things.
that political sort of media.
Don't tell me that they're saying the wrong things. You go and tell them they're saying the wrong things.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Cosmic Malcolm, thank you very much. We need to phone Tim Key, don't we, Eloise?
Oh, gosh.
Oh,
yeah.
gosh, indeed. Yes, we do. I'd forgotten about that as well. And we've got Lewis on at 2:45. Very exciting. Can we, just between now and 1, let's just kind of, we know what's going on around the country. Let's just forget it for 2 hours. It's been everywhere. Everywhere. Let's just forget it for a couple of hours, shall we? We're getting Tim Key live on the phone. This is exciting. I'm a big fan. I don't want to kind of froth too much as we introduce him. Eloise is calling him up. We'll get the thumbs up when she's ready. I don't want to play sad music. Let's play something a little bit joyous, shall we? Let's play. Let's have this. This will do it. Oh, by the way, in Edinburgh they have the worst mobile phone reception ever. Is it going to his answer phone? It's the worst mobile reception anywhere in the world in Edinburgh. I've just remembered. We have no chance of talking to him at all. Let me just take line 1 while we're waiting. Yes, line 1.
It's Nathan. How are you, Ian?
Hello, Nathan. What can I do for you?
Well, I just thought we're getting a bit old of you and me now, aren't we?
A bit horny?
A bit older.
I'm getting a bit horny now, yeah. Woo! Yeah, baby! Good.
Yeah. Yeah, I've lost the urge to procreate. So I'm getting older.
You've lost the urge?
Yeah.
I've always found sex a chore, if I'm completely honest.
No, I find
Unless
that a beautiful
I'm
thing
paying for it,
about
then I
life,
want to get
do.
my money's worth. Yes.
I find that a beautiful thing about life, that caring, that sharing part of it all. I find it beautiful, right?
Yeah.
I've just lost the urge to do it.
Okay, what can we do, Nathan, to get the
I
urge
think I
back?
need some testosterone, Jam.
I could give you an injection.
Yeah, good. I think I need something.
Good lad. Well, Nathan, I hope that's helped.
Okay, thanks, man.
Thank you very much. Yes, why Rome burns, Nathan fiddles away. We're still trying to get told. Any joy yet? Oh, no, we're not sure. We're not sure what's happening yet. She's maybe phoning up the PR. When you go to the Edinburgh Festival, or Edinburgh, the city, at any other time of the year, there are 3 streets, I think, where you can get maybe 2 or 3 bars on your mobile phone. The rest of it is just completely out of range. Awful. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, this is awesome. Hang on a second. Tim Key?
Hello?
This is Iain Lee. You're on Absolute. It says on my screen you are completely unaware that we're supposed to be interviewing you tonight.
Yeah, she was just explaining that there's been a breakdown in communication.
That's fantastic.
Well, it's not. It is and it isn't really. I mean, I'm not prepared, so it might be a bad interview.
Well, do you know what? I'm never prepared anyway, so maybe if we're both bad, it might give it some kind of, credibility.
Okay, this should be good then.
Well, it should be. Listen, where are you now at this very second? Are you in the Pleasance Courtyard?
Thank you. No, I'm just paying for a pint in the bar in the Queen Dome, in the Dome, the Edinburgh Dome.
The Edinburgh Dome. How many? I haven't done a full Edinburgh show for about 12 years, and the last time I did it, it nearly killed me. How are you feeling so far? A week in?
Oh, it's killing me. It's like, it's tough. It's really tough. I find. It's like, my show is going fine, but it always just breaks me each day. Just thinking about the fact that I've got to do a show in the evening until it's kind of absolutely nailed, and it's not nailed yet. It's kind of, it's nice, like I'm enjoying a lot of the show.
Yeah.
It feels incomplete at the moment.
Let's do the business. Whereabouts are you on and when are you on?
I'm on in the Queen Dome at 9:45.
Okay.
And I'm now going to go outside onto a balcony bit where I can hear you better.
Oh, there we go. That's fantastic.
Good. Okay, good.
9:45. Now that's kind of that's quite late for a show, isn't it?
Well, actually, I always do it at 9:45. I came up the year before I did my first solo show.
Yeah.
And just snouted around looking for what I wanted to do, the best venue and the best time.
Yeah.
And I went for 9:45. And then as it got closer to my first night, I was sort of thinking it's got a lot of potential for drunk idiots to just lunge at you and sort of kill you. But actually, I really enjoyed it that year. So every year I almost kind of anally do it at 9:45.
And has anyone lunged at you while you've been on stage performing?
I've never been sort of stabbed or anything. It's usually much sort of milder ambivalence that I get.
What kind of people are coming to your show? I'm guessing people will have seen you on Screen Wipe with Charlie Brooker, and they will have probably seen the Alan Partridge stuff you did this year.
Yeah,
is it attracting a different crowd this year?
Yeah, it's difficult to say. I kind of always feel really sort of fairly privileged with my audiences because I did it in like a very small room when I did my first one, and then the next year just built it up very slowly. So I've always kind of felt that they're kind of all there to sort of see me.
Yeah.
I've just been playing rooms that are like with 20 people in, so it's very rare that anyone slips through the net. But yeah, now there's a slightly the Charlie Brooker thing was a kind of a big kind of moment. I think I felt like it sort of widens the net a little bit, and but people are still really interested in what you're doing, because if they hate me on the Charlie Brooker show, they don't come, and if they enjoy what I do, then they come. So it works. It's kind of a win-win.
For those who don't know, you're a poet. Is poetry's your main bag? Is it, man?
Well, it's unfortunately yes. It never was supposed to be that way, but
Right.
I kind of have found myself. I've kind of painted myself into a poetry corner just at the moment.
Yes.
So yeah, I mainly do poetry, which is kind of quite strange when, I didn't do any poetry 4 years ago, and now I'm Yeah, it's weird. I can earn money from being a poet.
If you don't do the poems, you get like the lads at the back. Do a bloody poem! Come on, rhyme it.
Poems out. Yeah. My gigs often descend into everyone just stamping their feet and saying rhyme again and again and again.
But your poems are good. I think we should stress that, shouldn't we? That your poems
they're
are
really good.
They're really good.
Or alternatively, they're really bad. It depends on your perspective.
You have a book coming. Is the book out now?
Yeah, the book was out. I think it's this week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
It's called
incomplete
Tim Key.
The Incomplete Tim Key.
Yeah, it's clever.
Very good. And there's a picture of you on the front as well.
Yeah, and I don't have a shoe on. It's like I'm incomplete. It's like I've not dressed completely.
I see what you've done. The picture I'm seeing, we can't see your legs.
Yeah, well, that is a unproofed copy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But the actual one, after a lot of negotiating, has a full-length photo of me with my little footy out.
You totally stuck it to the man there. Well done.
Up
really yours, did. Publishers.
That was a fight I wasn't prepared to lose. No, further away in the shot.
Very, very nice. And you're doing a big tour as well when you finish Edinburgh.
Well, I mean, that's up for negotiation.
Oh.
I wouldn't say big.
70 dates is quite big.
Well, it's not definitely 70 dates.
Oh.
I think that's. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to do the show.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing the show in the Soho Theatre in London at Christmas.
Yeah.
And then I think after we come back from Edinburgh, we'll start putting the tour in and work out where we're going.
Okay.
But it might be slightly less than 70. I did it last year, or this year, and we did about 25. And that felt like a lot.
I can hear the exhaustion in your voice. 25 days.
I mean, but I really enjoyed it. I kind of that was one of my best experiences, as a performer, because I've just done Edinburgh so many times, and obviously performed in London a lot. So you kind of get to a point where you think my stuff only works in London and Edinburgh. So it kind of is quite comforting when you sort of go on the road and you sort of work out, oh, that's interesting. People in Norwich quite like it. So it's kind of quite edifying when you start doing it in more places.
Edinburgh is the festival in particular is famously debauched. The last time I was there 12 years ago, I was still drinking. It was a horrific mess, but I had one of my most exciting outdoor sexual encounters I've ever had. It's true.
That's interesting.
Anything like that happened? I don't know whether you're married or I don't know what your situation is, but anything like that happened so far in week
Have
one?
I had sex outside so far? Yeah.
In an alleyway.
I'm currently. No, I'm not currently. No, I haven't yet had sex outside this festival.
Okay, well, there's still.
It's been more sort of prosaic. It's been finished show and then a complete release of going out and getting drunk, and then variously either going back with or without a kebab, but without a lady as a rule.
Well, Tim, listen, it's marvellous to talk to you. I'm sorry that we sprung this on you, but Sack,
It's really exciting. I suddenly had a London number come up on my phone.
Wow.
And I was talking to someone really interesting, and I was just doing that thing where I was sort of looking at her, looking at my screen, thinking,
no.
And eventually I took it. She now thinks I'm incredibly rude, and I really like this girl. She's the girl from she's from This Is England.
Oh,
she's Smell from This Is England.
The one she's got amazing eyes.
She's amazing. She's an amazing person.
Oh God!
And we were just talking. And now
you'll never find her again. You'll never find her again. That's it.
I know. That's what they say, isn't it? You meet Smell once.
Yep. We've all met Smell once, and that's we've never found her.
You've just got to seize her.
Well, Tim, listen. When you come and do the Soho shows, come in one day when you know that you're going to come in and
I'd love to.
do some poems and things.
I would love to do that. We listen to you on our tour. On our tour, we always listen to you on our way back.
When you say listen to me, do you mean me or the station?
Well, both.
Okay, well that's.
That's
I'll
you
buy
are
that.
inseparable from your station.
I'll buy
That's
that.
the only way you can listen to you.
Tim?
We didn't sort of on each of our tour dates come outside your house and just sort of put a glass to your window.
It turns out the glass on the wall trick doesn't work. By the way, it's a myth made by old Marx Brothers films.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, doesn't work.
Can I just ask one question?
Yes, of course you can.
What is the current situation with the riots in London?
Well, it's not looking brilliant. If I'm completely honest, it's there's a lot of fires and it's not looking great.
Oh, Jesus.
I haven't got the TV on, but it's not looking great. But it's we'll get through this. We've got through worse.
We tend to, don't we? We'll muddle through.
We'll muddle through. Tim,
we'll look back at it and laugh, won't we?
Well, Probably not, but never mind. Tim, it's lovely to talk to you. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
I will, and I'll see you soon.
Cheers, mate. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
There we go. He didn't know it was being sprung upon him, but he managed to pull it off with what I believe would be called aplomb. What is aplomb?
Absolute Radio.
You're listening to Absolute Radio.
Hi, it's Christian.
Eloise, I have a technical question.
Yes.
Which news thing do I play?
It's the one in purple that says something like IRN.
Where would that be? What box would that be?
On Absolute News, I think it says, or let me just have a little peek.
You have a little peek there.
I can't remember exactly what it's called.
No,
It's Absolute News.
Where's that? Absolute News, the purple one. Lovely,
Yes.
ready, and I've got it. I've done the back timing. We're excellent. We're all good. We're going to Edinburgh again. Tim Key was lovely, wasn't he?
He was.
What
I
a charming
can't
person.
believe, because all today I spent chasing the people that booked it. Yeah, still on, all fine. Here's the number, blah, blah, blah.
Well, also on this press release, it says he's doing a 70-date tour, and he went, no. Not as far as I know.
You're joking. I'm going to email them about this.
Please do. But he was lovely, and hopefully he'll come in one night when he's back
Oh,
and
good.
stuff, which is good. We're going to go to Edinburgh now. This is like the whole Edinburgh Festival live in your ears. It's Lewis. Hello, Lewis.
Hello, how are you?
I'm struggling to pronounce your last name.
It's Dryborough, like Edinburgh. But not wet.
I would never have said anything like that. That's ridiculous. You are a Scotch, aren't you? So that's probably, yes, that would make sense.
Yeah, that's it. We're funny up here.
Well, you hope so. Now, listen, for people may remember you for ages and ages and ages ago on this show, we talked about a young man who was putting nice notes inside books and in sort of random places, and that was you.
That was me, yeah.
You're on Twitter as @the_South_Pole, and you were, when I got rid of all the people I was following on Twitter, you're one of the few people that I kind of hovered over the unfollow button and was thinking, he gives good tweet. He gives good tweets, but
But not enough to stay. Not enough for you to stay with me, no?
I had to be strict. I even unfollowed my wife for a while until she had a genuine strop about it, and I had to stop. And now, for some reason, I have to follow Sarah Cox. We've got this thing where I can't not follow Sarah Cox. Anyway, it's irrelevant. You've somehow managed to cobble a show together and take it to the Edinburgh Festival, have you?
Yeah, it's a 3-man show, 3 of us, so that's less pressure.
Okay, so it's a 3-man show, and how many of you are there in the show again, Lewis?
3 of us.
3 in the 3-man show, lovely. And what's it about?
It's about like the boring, everyday things in life that we overlook and how we can take pleasure from them.
Because one of your bags, man, is the car park rooftops. Is that right?
Yeah, the roofs of multi-storey car parks.
Because every now and then I do have a little look at your blog and stuff. I genuinely think you're hilarious. I'm glad that you're taking a shot there. Good for
thank you.
How do you make that entertaining?
You've got to come and see the show, I think.
He's selling it.
I just think that they are a really great space that we can use. You know, they're in the city centre.
Yeah.
A wide open little concrete park that you can have. Yeah.
I always, if I've got the time, and I very rarely I go to a multi-story these days, but if I do, I try and go and park on the roof because it's something feels a bit special parking on the roof.
Yeah, it's even better going as a pedestrian, not having a car, having no reason to be there.
Really?
That's what's magic. Yeah.
Doesn't the smell of piss get on your nerves?
That's only in the stairs, though. You fight through the stairway and you get to the roof and you're free. You're out.
Who are the other two that you're doing the show with?
James Ward and Peter Fletcher.
No, do I know James Ward? That name rings a bell.
He's a celebrity on Twitter, I think.
Okay. These damn Twitter celebrities.
He's one of those, yeah.
Now, you kind of got on quite well with Josie Long on Twitter. Is she coming to... Are you going to meet up?
I've never met her, though, but I think I will.
Meet up with her in Edinburgh, man. Go and see her. Go and buy her a drink. She's lovely.
Yeah, she seems really nice, yeah.
Tweet her now. I want to see you tweet her now and say, Josie, I'm in Edinburgh. Can I buy you a cup of coffee?
Okay, I'll do that for you. I'll include you in the tweet.
Yeah, this is it, man. This is what I want. Basically, I have got no celebrity friends. I was so close to asking Tim Key if he could make me let me be friends with Charlie Brooker. I nearly said it, and then I managed to pull back a bit. Lewis, what's the name of your show, and where is it on, please, sir?
Our show is called The Quotidian Review, and we are at the Bongo Club in Edinburgh.
Oh, I know the Bongo Club. That's good there.
We've not started yet. We're on Sunday, starting this Sunday for 2 weeks.
Okay, and what time are you on?
We're on the first week 2:30, second week 7 p.m.
Oh, you've gone for the controversial not keeping the show on at the same time for the whole run method.
We've got 1 week. I think we can sort of pretend to call ourselves a headline slot. I don't know how official that is.
Well,
maybe don't tell anyone that.
If you say it, then it's real. That's how these things work. Give us the name of the show again.
It's the Quotidian Review.
And if people, I'm assuming that you'll be tweeting about it and stuff as well, will you?
Yeah, we will be.
Honestly, follow him at the South Pole because he is brilliant. Anyway, and very, very funny. It's lovely to talk to you. I need to go because I've got to kind of back count and fit the news in tonight, and I'm not very good at all this technical stuff, and I need to start playing Blur in the next 15 seconds.
Okay, I understand.
I'm glad you do, brother. It's lovely to talk to you. Keep in touch on Twitter and let me know how it goes.
All right, well, take care.
Cheers,
Thank
Lewis.
you.
Ta-ta. There we go, you see? We're like proper artsy and stuff now. This is very, very exciting. Do follow him at the South Pole on Twitter. It's a joy. One of the funniest people on Twitter. And read his blog. Excellent stuff. OK, Jonathan, Trev, Jerry and Talat be with you after this. The Blurs, isn't it? So there we go. 0330 123 1215. We've not really got to the main thrust of what the show is meant to be about this evening. We are discussing English insults. Let's bring back the English insults. Someone called me an MF at the weekend. You mother... They're calling that. I guess, come on, man. He may have even flipped me the bird, i.e. stuck his middle finger up at me. Come on, let's reclaim the insults that this country is so famous for. It's two fingers. It's flicking the V's, Eloise. If you're going to stick something up at someone...
I couldn't do that to an old lady, though.
Well, you should have done it.
What?
If she pushed you over... And in fact, on your Twitter, I'm sure you said you fell to the floor.
I probably was exaggerating.
Exactly, probably was.
She did shove me hard, though, and I did hit the other side of the bus.
Flicker the V, say, in your face, old lady. Not saying that you, the listener, should go and do that, but I'm just we want to find the best English insults. We want proper traditional ones. None of this American nonsense that's all kind of come over here and is just hideous. We're better than that, aren't we? 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Talat, Jerry, oh God, Jerry's been waiting for ages. Jonathan and Trev the Brioche Man will be with you shortly after the latest news.
You're listening to the Freeside Digital Radio Station of the Year.
We are Absolute Radio.
From the Sky News Centre at midnight, many areas of London are burning tonight as the most devastating riots so far continue into a third day. Bloody scenes resembling war zones have broken out across East and South London after thousands of young people took to the streets to loot.
This is a fantastic Beatles song that we hardly ever play. I love it. OK, let's take some phone calls. Let's go to Shoreditch and Talat. Hello, Talat.
Hey, Ian.
What can I do for you?
Well, I haven't really got any insults to give you. I'm phoning you up with a bit of love, mate.
A bit of love. Let's hear the love, man.
Man, I've got a debt of gratitude to you.
A debt of gratitude. OK, this sounds good. Is money involved at all?
No.
Okay. DVDs or computer games? Anything?
You want? No DVDs.
Okay, that's okay. Well, I'm still vaguely interested in.
Go on, I'll tell you all about it. I've been meaning to call you for a little while.
Okay, tell it.
A couple of weeks ago, I went on holiday,
Yeah.
and I had a bit of an accident out there, and I slipped a disc in my back.
Oy.
Yeah, very painful, man. Now I know what real pain is.
Yeah.
So I was out of action, for a good 10 days, just literally laid out on my back.
Yes.
And my good fortune was, mate, that I had loaded up my iPhone with a load of your podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
Long-term podcast listener.
Well done. Good for you.
And you got me through it, mate. And it was lovely. I'd lay there for hours and hours.
Tell it. Can I ask you? You slipped disc, a lot of pain. What country were you in?
I was in Cyprus.
Oh, okay. Now, I know that over there, they're free and easy with the pills in hospitals. Were you off your face on morphine?
I was buzzing.
There we go. Fantastic. Listen, I don't condone drug use at all, but it is the best way to listen to this rubbish is with medicinal morphine being pumped into you on a regular basis. Suddenly, everything becomes funny.
It wasn't, but it's true. You're absolutely right. I would lay there laughing out loud at some of the calls. In particular, honestly, you get some right nutters phoning you.
We do, yes.
I'll never forget those two northern lads that phoned up one time saying, "All right, there, Iain, mate. I just wanted to, Obaka, you need to apologise for our lads out there. Obaka, Bama Obaka." Do you remember those?
Do you know? I don't remember what we did in the first hour of this show, so I can't remember anything that I've ever done on the radio at all, which is quite difficult because I'm trying to write a book about it.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Mate, you need to take this to TV. It's wicked. It's like, for me, it was like having a box set of Curb Your Enthusiasm and just going through the lot.
Well,
it
do you
was
know
lovely.
what? It's funny you said that. I've had so many producers who've met up with me and said, "Right, Iain, what we're going to do is we're going to find a way. We love the radio show. We're going to take it to the TV." I'm like, okay, and no one can because there's not really a lot you can do with it.
Yeah, that's right.
Although I have got one idea up my sleeve that we're going to be filming in a few weeks. I need to send an email to remind someone that we're going to go and film it. So maybe we'll sort something out. But tell it. Listen, are you still on morphine now? Because I'm honest, you sound a little bit out of it.
I'm not. I'm just a chilled out guy, man.
That's what I like. That's what I like to hear.
Listen, I've got a good insult. It's the best one, man. It's the best of British as well.
Okay, we want English insults.
And you always have it on up yours, mate.
Up yours, Dolores. It's a great up yours.
You can't get better than that.
Do you know
up yours,
what? You
mate.
can't. It really is. It's strong. It's basic. It's firm. It's aggressive, but it's not violent. Beautiful.
That's right.
Beautiful.
That's right.
Well, tell it. I'm going to end this phone conversation with the only way I know how.
Up yours.
Up yours. There we go. Fantastic, Jerry.
Can you give him one finger and say there's your change?
No, you don't. The one finger is a hideous Americanism.
Is it?
Yes, the two fingers is British.
Be concerned about Eloise's speed.
The what?
Eloise.
Eloise and what?
Speed, if she's got...
Eloise, have you got any speed for Jerry? He's after some speed.
Speed? I'm not a drug dealer.
She's not a drug dealer, Jerry. It's just recreational.
Pension the girl off the seat at the bus stop and almost beats her to the door.
I'm having trouble translating that. Say it again, Jerry, but this time, can you speak it in English?
Yes. A pensioner got off the bus.
Yes.
Off the bench.
Yes.
Almost beats to the door.
And you want some speed?
No, have you seen Monkey World? It's back on telly.
Jerry, have you been taking extra strong medication this evening?
No, but Mrs. Jerry's here tonight.
Oh, hello. And does she... There's a ghostly voice in the background. Hello, Mrs. Jerry.
He says hello. Do you want to speak to her?
Yeah, I do, actually. I really do.
Go on.
I do. I'm intrigued.
We've spoke to her before.
Have we spoken to Mrs. Jerry before?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Mrs. Jerry. Have we spoken before?
I think so.
Okay, I don't remember it. Eloise does, definitely. You only vaguely remember it, so who knows if it happened. Is Jerry having extra strong medication this evening?
No.
You sure? Have you not slipped him, you popped round, slipped him a couple of extra pills?
No, but he's been eating Pringles.
Oh, gee. I had some Pringles last night. I forget how good they are. Nice.
Oh, barbecue ones.
Once you pop, you can't stop.
Jerry, shut up! I'm talking to your missus now!
He's been eating the barbecue ones.
Oh, the best.
Now, when... can I let me think? Can I ask you this question? No, I can't ask you that question, so I should move swiftly on. Is he always, as rambling and as incoherent as he is tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fine. We always love Jerry's phone calls. But it is funny when he's had a little extra dose of medicine because he just talks nonsense.
He does anyway.
And it's wonderful to hear. Mrs. Jerry, what are you doing after? Are you staying the night with Mr. Jerry, or what's the plan?
Yeah, keeping over for the night.
Okay, you're keeping over for the night, and what are you doing tomorrow?
Queuing home.
Yeah, well, maybe you want to meet up for a coffee or something? I'm not being funny. He's in no position to take me on.
Than you.
Fancy meeting up for a coffee, or I could book us into a nice mid-priced travel lodge, and we can make love.
Bit cheap.
Well,
I can't hear any of this till the bloody podcast.
Well, Jerry, nothing. I'm just talking to you, Mrs. Nothing for you to concern yourself about. Mrs. Jerry, you've got my phone number. If you want to meet up for a liaison, you let me know. All right, my love.
Groovy.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Jerry.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta. There we go. Let's go to Jonathan. Oh, it's Cheer Up Sunday, Jonathan. Hello, Jonathan.
Iain, hello.
I met you Sunday night. Set the agenda. And everyone who came down, thank you so much. Huge success, wonderful. But I was so busy and so distracted. It took me 2 minutes to realise who you were. You're darker in real life than your photo would imply.
You also thought I was bald, didn't you?
Well, your photo makes you look bald as well. Yes.
The current photo that I've got at the moment.
Well, the one that I have been seeing, I don't know if you've changed it, but yes, the photo that I'm used to seeing with you, you look bald.
I'm not bored though. I just like to.
It's thinning a little bit.
Oh, is it?
Well, yeah, it is thinning a little bit.
If I'm honest, that's a bit distressing.
Well,
given my age.
Well, you're a young man. But my friend went bald at the age of 21, and now he looks like a giant potato. He does.
I've got that to look forward
But
to.
it was very nice. Very nice to me. It's funny, isn't it, how you get images in your head of what people look like, right?
It is. Yeah.
And we had. One guy, can I tell this story? I think I can tell this story, right? One of the listeners, I can tell this story, but now I've built it up so people will think I'm making an issue. Paul from Malaysia, remember, he turned up at Set the Agenda.
Oh, did he?
And he went, "Hello, Iain, I call you a lot. I'm your caller from Malaysia." I went, "Oh, is it Paul?" He went, "Yeah." And I was shocked because he was black. And, and not that there's anything wrong with that, of course.
Yeah,
In my head, I'd always imagined him as being quite tall, slim, white, with sort of quite a strong side parting, and he's.
I think I had something similar.
Yeah, and he's quite a stocky black man, completely the opposite of what I'd imagined. And it was a real. We should do this one night. We should guess what callers look like, and then get them to send photos in or something. Because I was just.
There was a great sense of community, of meeting the other listeners.
There was a lot of listeners there on Sunday. It was nice, and I feel bad because I didn't get a chance to talk to Paul. He'd come all the way from Malaysia, and he didn't, not just for that Set the Agenda, that would be ridiculous, but he'd made the effort to come all the way from Malaysia, and I hardly spoke to him at all, and I felt a little bit bad.
I'm sure he
Well, you were excessively busy.
I hope so. It was a very busy night. There were probably about 100 people there, and there were lots of nice listeners, and lots of people who call in, lots of people who post on the Facebook page. Yasmin on my Toe Show was there. Who posts on the Facebook page all the time. It's really nice. He's just, he's to see all these people and kind of, I know I say don't touch me and stuff, but I like seeing these people in a crowded. It's nice seeing them in a crowded environment where I can go, I've got to go and see someone over there and not talk to anyone for too long. That's what I like. And then I'm going to go. Who was the girl that was with you?
It was Kashmira and Flossie. Flossie was the girl that came to Cheer Up Sunday.
Flossie is the girl who went to Cheer Up Sunday, and her dad went and stayed with Davy Jones.
Oh,
and I'm going round to her house to meet her dad.
Are you really?
Yeah, totally going to go around.
Sorted out?
Well, she's not emailed me yet. Get her to email me.
Yeah, I've given her your email. That's fine.
Tell her I want to go round. I want to meet her dad.
You don't want to sound too desperate, though, Iain.
I'm desperate. I'm keen. I'm desperate. And I need a word with you, because when you made me come over and talk to you, I was holding a hard drive. I put the hard drive down on the bar behind you, and I bloody left it there last night.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's going to be Gary Glitter all over again.
I didn't make you talk to me, but okay. Is there any chance you could? Because what I'm thinking is, what if the monarch isn't there after today?
What?
If the monarch isn't there after today.
The monarch will be there. The monarch's been there for a million years. It'll be fine. What are you calling it the monarch for?
The monarch.
The
Isn't
monarch.
that how you say it?
No, you don't. You say monarch. The monarch. it's monarch. The monarch.
As in
The monarch.
No, the monarch.
You don't say the monarchy.
I do.
Say it.
The monarchy.
Why would you say words so incorrectly?
That's the correct way of doing it. Why are you saying it?
Because it's not the correct way of doing it. It's the monarchy.
The monarchy. Yeah.
There we go. You've got it.
I'll forget it by tomorrow.
Well,
I've got an English insult, just quickly.
Yeah, go on.
It's the best one.
Yeah.
For me, it's the best one. You muppet.
Muppet.
Well,
no.
Yeah.
But Muppets are American. This is the thing.
Nincompoop. That's a good one.
Nincompoop's a good one. But if you can't, it's hard to say it with any aggression. Oh, you nincompoop.
You couldn't have said that to the old lady.
But Muppets are American.
Twit.
No, but I mean, didn't they steal
Yeah,
it?
twit.
Didn't we have it originally? I mean, if said with the right voice,
Well,
it's really intimidating.
We need
You muppet.
You muppet. Well, it's kind of become sort of like a Cockney favourite, but I would hesitate, and I would suggest that that's an American. The Muppets are American.
Yeah, but didn't they steal them?
What do you mean? Didn't they steal them? No, we stole
The
them.
word, at least. Oh,
Floundering.
maybe we should give them back.
Yeah, maybe I should play a record.
Maybe. I'll talk to you later, Ian.
Ta-ta.
Bye.
I've talked to him for ages before I realised who it was. I felt so embarrassed. Robinay!
Yay!
Yay! Robinay!
How are we?
Yeah!
Are you good?
You don't care. What do you want?
Well, I'm not.
Why? What's wrong?
Well, I've been betrayed, Ian.
Why? What happened?
As you know, last night you had set the agenda, and everybody laughed, and everybody had a lovely time.
Lot of fun.
And there was a comedian on called Barry.
Barry from Watford, yes.
Yeah. And he said, send me some jokes. So I sent him some.
Yes.
Like a young X Factor hopeful.
Yes.
He emailed me back. He says, "This is your ticket, Rob."
Yeah.
You could be writing.
It's like Show Me the Funny.
Yeah, he could be writing for the Grumbleweed,
Yeah.
Richard Blackwood. He promised me big names.
Yes.
And, he told the joke. I gave him a Formula One race car.
Yeah.
He was Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
I gave him an empty goal. He was Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
And he messed it up. And he's blaming me, saying it's not funny, and then starts attacking me in front of the crowd.
He was very rude. Now, Barry did genuinely send me an email. This is why I hadn't mentioned this. May I read this email to you?
You can read it out. My heart's broken.
Ian, great fun last night. I thought there was a really nice vibe. Very friendly. I feel a bit guilty about taking the mick out of Rob Benet's and Noel Taylor's jokes, both of who have mentioned it to me today. So, best if it isn't mentioned again. I don't want people to think we asked for their jokes and then rip the wee-wee out of them. I know I'm a big lovey, but it seems a bit mean, even though they were utter rubbish.
He pretty much is like the comedy talent person, luring young boys in, an old man luring us in. We give him his sweets, and he's left a nasty taste in my mouth.
What I was upset about, right, was that we spent it was his idea, Barry's idea, we spent a whole week of shows last week trailing this, send in your jokes. Barry's going to read all the jokes. We had about 30 cent, and I forwarded them all on to him, right?
Yeah.
He did 4 of them, and then thought, sod this for a game of soldiers, and stopped and went back to the usual rubbish. Cheese? 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 That's all he did. So we wasted a whole week. I said you owe me about £15,000 in airtime.
I've probably spent about 2 hours of work time last week trying to write things down, and I get an email back. This is really funny, Rob.
And you do health and safety, so someone could have burnt an eye off or lost an arm or something.
People could have been dying.
They could have been
I was there for Barry. The old biddy to bring back UK insults.
Have you got a message for Barry this evening?
Well, it's 2 words, Ian. Barry, up yours!
Thank you very much. Let's go to Jimmy, the film reviewer.
What's going on, mate?
Jimmy, is that you on Twitter that keeps hassling me?
A little bit, yeah.
It is you. Okay, I didn't reply because I wasn't sure. I will reply. You were so close, Jimmy, so close to coming to a premiere or a private screening of Cowboys and Aliens with me And then I was working out a way I could smuggle you in to interview not Craig Charles, not Craig David. Who's the James Bond? David Craig, Paul Craig. Who's the James Bond man? Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford. You nearly came and interviewed them with me, but then I couldn't make it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Never mind. Hopefully there'll be another time.
Yeah, hopefully there will be another time. Are you normally free in the daytimes, or do you have employment, or do you go to school?
I do have employment, but you know what I mean? It's flexible.
It's flexible, okay. So quite often these screenings are sort of in the morning or something, so I would be keen to get you along to one of them.
Just let me know, man. It worst comes to worst. I'm good at sickies, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You could do a sickie for Cowboys and Aliens, couldn't you? It looks wicked, that film.
I don't pull a lot of sickies,
No,
so if I pull
no.
a sickie, it will seem genuine, innit?
Can you do your sickie voice for me now?
My sickie voice?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I just do normal. I just go, look, boss, I've got this crazy headache, man. You know, I know I ain't finished this, but what I'll do, I'll work Saturday, and then they know that I don't go sick, and they're like, no, you don't have to work Saturday. Don't worry about it, like, do you know what I mean? And they relieve me, like. I mean, if you're sick all the time, you proper have to, like, hold the throat, like, I'm sorry, boss, that is, you know what it is, yeah? Last night, well, I must have drunk some funny Guinness in it at some guy's house.
Some funny Guinness at some guy's house. Oh, I'm getting abuse on Twitter, Jimmy. Can you believe that?
Listen, Ian, I don't know if you're annoyed with me or not, yeah, because I think you're a bit of a bias about how to wash the trainers.
Yeah. Oh, I put my trainers in. I put them in a pillowcase.
Yeah.
I washed them 30 degrees. I've now got dirty trainers and a dirty pillowcase.
Nah, man, you did it wrong, Ian. Did you put the powder in with the thing? I didn't tell you that bit, did I?
What? I had the little capsule.
No, I put the powder in the pillowcase. Because if you don't put the powder in the pillowcase, the dirt can't get out.
Oh, right.
If you did that one thing, did you stuff the socks in the trainers?
No, I did not stuff the socks in the trainers.
Oh, you're going to lose the shape, man.
Oh, man.
Toes are going to poke up.
Oh, look at this. There's someone on Twitter called Talking No SHIT who's just sending abuse to comedians.
Is it?
Yeah.
What knob?
Yeah, he is. He's a knob.
Top knob.
Have you got a movie review for us, please, Jimmy?
Yeah, I have got a review for you, man. I watched Sucker Punch the other day.
Oh, yeah. Go and tell us about that.
Yeah, right. Basically, it's that guy, you know, Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Legend of the Guardians, Watchmen, 300, yeah? Dawn of the Dead. Right, what it is, yeah? You got this main character, yeah? All right, let me go through the cast quickly, right? The cast is Emily Browning. She plays Baby Doll. Abby Cornish, Sweet Pea. Jenna Malone plays Rocket. Vanessa Hudgens, Blondie. I don't think I even need to tell you any more of the names to make you realise what was it. You know what I mean? What kind of vibe they're on this film?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a bit naughty.
It's a naughty vibe. I love naughty vibes, man.
It is a bit naughty.
Yeah.
But basically, check this out, yeah.
Yeah.
What is this? Emily Browning. She gets put in this nut house, yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's got one waste man stepdad, yeah?
Yeah.
He's like some proper iffy character in many ways. Like, he's going for a dad's inheritance, like, he's a bit of a child beater, like, and on top of that, he's one seedy, soapy kind of guy, like.
Yeah.
Like, but when I say, you know, like, old dude, long coat, all black.
I know what you mean.
And I love you from right there, that kind of seedy.
A pervert.
Yeah, proper perv, man.
Yeah.
So what it is, the institution wants to do some madness to her, which I don't really want to say because it's got a lot to do with the story. I don't want to spoil it.
I love it. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So,
this is my favourite bit of the show.
To get out of this place, she goes into this like imaginary mental state, like sort of like a coping mechanism thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But she hooks up with all these other chicks who are like in this loony bin as well. Yeah. Now, I have to go over it again. I do apologise for Louise, you know, but these chicks are moving in, yeah?
Yep.
Like, they ain't hiding what kind of audience they're going for with this one, you know what I'm saying? Like, they see these kind of shots, slow-mo shots at certain points where you're like, okay, the skirt goes out at slow motion at that exact point, yeah? And they try to style it out, make it seem like it was because of some action thing, right?
Yeah.
The chick's called Baby Doll, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But basically, that is pretty much in a nutshell what the film's all about. It's a mental thing, really.
Yeah.
But it's a bloke mental thing. And most blokes ain't even going to notice the mental because they're all too caught up in the skirt, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But basically, action is proper, like, Tekken style, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, there's one dude in there, Ian. You know Raiden from Mortal Kombat?
I do know Raiden, yeah.
He's like Raiden, but he's like 9 foot taller than the average human.
Wow.
But instead, he's raw. He's got a gun and he's got a sword. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Why would you... A gun and a sword? That's insane.
Like, he's like a samurai and a bad man marksman. I don't really understand where it comes from, but this guy's snide or whatever. He's coming up with something new, I suppose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, it's a good film. The action is nuts.
Yeah.
It is nuts. You know what I mean? I give it 6.5 out of 10.
6.5, so not bad. Not bad score.
Not bad. Because I was thinking 7, but I was thinking, nah, I can't give it 7.
No.
It's kind of...
Did the skirt raise it up to a half? Up from 6 to 6.5?
No. The skirt, it didn't.
Oh.
It didn't, you know, even though the skirt is amazing. I mean, it is good.
Yeah.
It is good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is like... And you know what? The madness is I watched it with my missus, and she liked the film.
Yeah.
So, actually, you know what? Just for that, I'm sorry to re-go over it. I'm going to give it 7.
Beautiful.
Just for the fact that they managed to do a bit of a filthy film, right?
That girls can like as well, because it's like emotional.
Like as well. That's a massive feat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fantastic.
It's a massive feat. Yeah, big them up, man. Flipping 7 out of 10, bruv.
Jimmy, it's lovely to talk to you. I'll speak to you again soon, fella.
Nice one, Ian. Let us know about the old premieres, mate.
I will do, my friend. Jimmy and his fantastic film reviews. You will not get film reviews like that anywhere else. The highlight of the show for me.
Absolute Radio is our name.
Absolute Radio.
Ian Lee, Absolute Radio. Mark Crosley's going to be on at 1 o'clock. We're here Mondays to Thursdays, 11 till 1. Don't bother calling in for a bit. We've got 4 calls lined up. Steve, Phil, Trev and James. Once we get through those, we will maybe fit some straight to air if we have time. Trev!
Bless my cotton socks, I'm in the new.
Get it. Yeah!
Get it.
Love a bit of the teardrop.
We love it.
We love it.
It's my reward.
Yes.
Anyway, first off, you and Louise have been blinding since you came back off holiday.
Louise, we've been blinding since you came back off holiday.
That's right.
Yeah, we go. Lovely. Good. Thank you, Trev.
Anyway,
yes.
I've just got back from the World Blindfold Masturbating Championship.
Excellent. Thanks very much for letting us know. James!
Yo, Ian.
Yes, James.
How you doing, sir?
I'm going away on holiday again in a couple of weeks.
Well, where are you going?
I'm going to, a top secret destination.
Can't be that top secret. You just told everybody off on holiday. Come on.
Well, but the destination is top secret. Hey, I started watching...
with the American accent.
I started...
to watch Americana
You're correct.
in England these days.
Speaking of Americana, I started watching Watchmen today. And I wanted to see it, because I read the book, I liked the book, I wanted to see it when it came out, never got around to it, it was on Channel 4 the other night, taped it.
Yes, it was, yeah.
I watched the first 30 minutes of it, they should have called it Slow Men, or Bored Men or something, it's rubbish! utter rubbish!
I told you that one, Ian.
I didn't even wait for the fit lady in the kind of tight PVC or anything, I didn't even get that far, that's how boring it was.
You fell asleep before?
Utter I stopped it and started watching Coronation Street.
Sleepy Men.
Sleepy Men! It was a terrible movie. Anyway, you've not called in for that, James. What can I do for you?
Well, I say I completely agree with you. The Americanisation of our land these days is horrible. We can't get away from it.
It's too much.
Everywhere you look.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look supersized. Everywhere you look drive-through. It's just... Why don't we just slap stars and stripes on the flag and bend over and allow Obama to come over and start ruling us all?
Well,
we might as well.
We might as well. Have you got... Well, this is the thing I don't like is in particular is sticking up the middle finger, flipping the bird.
Flipping the bird, yeah. I'd prefer to shove the rods out, I must admit. The rods is a lot more English.
Yeah, exactly. And that, of course, used to be used to taunt the French many, many years ago.
Yep, yeah, correct.
It was saying we haven't... Because they would chop off those 2 fingers. They were the bowman's fingers. What do they call a bowman?
The archer's fingers.
The archer, that's it.
I was watching Stephen Fry the other night with quite interesting QI, and he completely debunked that.
Oh!
Nothing to do with it.
What?
Yep, it's something to do with it, but it's not as we first imagined.
Are you telling me that Stephen Fry could perhaps be an American undercover?
Possibly. Hey, no, you might be onto something there. Maybe he's not homosexual. Maybe he's American.
Maybe there's similarities between the two. All right, James. Anything else?
No, that's about it.
Up yours.
English swear words.
Yeah.
The Anglo-Saxon one, the C word that I can't really say.
Yeah, of course not. No.
That's it.
It's funny, isn't it? It's funny, and we won't say it. But now that we've said the C word, people know that word is now imprinted in people's heads. But it's funny, isn't it, that you can't say word. You can't say that word.
You can. You can in the right context. I call my crew a set of C words all the time.
Yeah.
You can't say it to a woman because it is a bit disrespectful. It is a bit.
Yep.
You can't go that far and say, "Oh, you." I'd rather call them a female dog.
Yes. A bitch. But it's funny, isn't it? I always find it strange that words can hurt people so much and be so that I could. If I said the C word now, I would get the sack. I would lose my job for saying
That's
4
ridiculous.
letters. It is ridiculous. There used to be a street. There was a street in London that had that word in its title. I can't remember what the exact name was, but there was a street. And it is, it's just a word, man. Hey, words can't hurt us. We're seeing that on the news tonight. Words don't hurt us.
Nope.
Do they? We're better than that.
Far better. We were more evolved and more educated rather than...
James, up yours. Steve's in Manchester. Hello, Steve.
Yes, it's Steve downstairs in the mailroom. I've just been opening some of your letters. Would you mind if I read some of them out on air?
Steve from downstairs. Yeah, why not? Sure.
Yes, the first one is, Dear Ian, are you going on holiday this year, and if so, where to? I only ask because my wife and I are going to book our holidays this week, and we don't want our once-in-a-lifetime holiday ruined by the chance we might bump into you ugly man.
Okay.
Another one is, Dear Ian, both myself and my family wish to send you our deepest sympathies following the very serious accident that happened in your life. We recently have been on the Absolute Radio website, and it must have been an incredibly tragic event that's disfigured you to what only can be described as beyond ugly. That's from Paul Arthur Harding. And this final one from Ian Whitkins. It says, Dear Ian, will you be writing an autobiography in the near future? Yeah. It's just that my daughter and son are about to leave school, and I don't want them to fail later in life. I think if I read them your autobiography, then that will give them the jolt and not become such a big loser like yourself.
Steve, listen, can you not read some of the nice ones that are there, please?
There isn't any.
Thank you, Stephen. Let's go to Phil. Hello, Phil.
Hello, Ian. How are you?
Yeah, what can I do for you?
First of all, you talked about Stephen Fry and the C word in the same conversation.
Well, can I just clear it up? I was not in any way implying that Stephen Fry is the C word.
No, but Stephen Fry actually done a documentary on the C word. And
did he?
Yes, quite a few years ago.
Oh, I'd like to see that. I bet that's great.
It was actually used by the upper class and the posher people in our country, more so than the common skeg bags like myself.
Yes, I see. Intriguing. I might try and hunt that down then.
Anyway, talking about words, you disrespected a gentleman for using the word monarchy earlier on in your show.
Yeah, well, he said monarchy.
Yeah, well, it's spelt monarch, so therefore it would be the monarchy.
It's pronounced monarch, so therefore it would be the monarchy.
But it's spelt monarch.
Yeah.
And he was phonically correct.
Well, no, but he was incorrect because it's spelt monarch. But it's pronounced monarch. It's like lamb is spelt lamb, but we say lamb.
Yeah, because we turned it into Americans, that's why.
No, lamb isn't an American word, you idiot.
No, but just drop in letters.
Dropping the silent B in lamb is an Americanism? What are you talking about, Philip?
Philip? Only my mother's allowed to call me Philip.
Well, there's something I need to tell you, son.
What?
Let's go to line 1. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, line 1.
It's Dawn.
Hello, Dawn.
I want to know why you're not talking about things that need to be talked about. Is it something you've been told you're not allowed to talk about?
Well, can I explain? You're talking about the rights, of course. Firstly, I had no intention of talking about them anyway because... It's on the radio, it's on the news all the time, everywhere. Every other station right now is talking about them.
So you're not talking about it by choice?
Can I say there were 2 points?
Okay.
So it was my initial choice not to talk about them, and secondly, I was then told not to talk about them after I made that choice.
May I ask, is that coming from the broadcaster you work for, or is that coming from the government?
Yeah, it's coming from the government. We're doing a media blackout because we're all part of a media conspiracy. It's come from my boss.
I'm sorry to be polite. BS. Last night.
Oh, for God's sake! You're telling me that you think that someone from the government has told me I can't talk about it.
Well,
Are you really? I'm going to ask you a question now, and I want you to think before you answer it. Are you really that stupid that you think the government are ordering a media blackout on what's happening? Because I don't know if you've seen the news, or I don't know if you've seen the telly, or I don't know if you listen to LBC or listen to Talk Sport. They is talking about it all the time. So if the government are ordering a media blackout, they're doing a pretty bad job of it, aren't they?
Well, no. Last night, LBC were doing a very good job of covering what was happening.
Yeah, exactly. So that's not a media blackout, is it? How can it be a media blackout if they're doing a very good job of covering it?
Mr. Lee, every other channel, every news channel last night was doing a very good job.
We are giving the listeners an alternative, something a little bit different. It's everywhere. If you want to listen about it, go to LBC, go to TalkSport, put on Sky News. If you want to have 2 hours where you can escape from the mundanity and the hideousness of reality, then listen to my show. Good evening. Let's go to line 2. You've got 10 seconds.
Indonesia, tanah airku, tanah tumpah darahku. Di sanalah aku berdiri, jadi pandu ibuku. Indonesia, globule.
It's good to have you back, John.
Boing.
We're back tomorrow at 11. Ta-ta. Mark Crosley up next.